Welcome to those who are not here. Here's what we're doing today. You will create a project that represents the culture of your family. We've spent all week talking about culture. Next week we'll finish up the chapter on culture too, but we're ready for this project. I want you to be creative on how you present your family to me and to the class. Yes, you can use technology, but you don't have to limit yourself to just your iPad. This project is meant to be fun, and it's all about you. Present your family in a way that represents who you are and why you are the way you are. Other classes are doing similar projects in social studies. Each teacher's got their own little spin on it, so if you have a friend in a different class, they might have a little different requirements than you. Okay, you will find a way to represent and share 6 of the following categories of your family culture. So if you see down here the words that are capitalized, there are more than 6 of them. I think there's 9 of them. Are there 9?
Yeah.
Somebody count?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to do 6 of them. Do not do 7 or 8 of them. Do 6 of them. You're going to be graded on 6. If you do more than 6, I'm grading the first 6 that you do. We have religion, we have language, we have traditions, jobs, sports and hobbies, education, food, pop culture, your family values, and then there might be another category that you could talk to me about. Okay? This is not just you. This is your family unit. That includes who you live with. That also includes extended family. If you're the only one in your family who plays hockey, don't you tell me that your hockey is important to your family. No, it's only important to you, not your whole family culture. Okay? If you play basketball, and your dad played basketball, and your grandpa played basketball, then yeah, tell me about that. Okay, let me back up first. Wait for questions for the end. First one, religion. This includes church services that you attend, not just you, but your family too. And maybe your family attends different churches or different types of churches. The holidays, the religious holidays, not every holiday we have is a religious holiday. And some people celebrate Christmas, which is a religious holiday, but they don't celebrate Christ's birth in it. They just do Santa and stuff. But I'm talking like specifically religious. On Christmas, do you talk about Jesus' birth? On Hanukkah, do you talk about which religious holidays do you celebrate? What religious services do you do, and does your grandparents do, and your extended family do? Customs, what are some customs you have? Beliefs, what are some beliefs? In all this in terms of religion. Do you pray before meals? Do you on Thanksgiving? Do you with your grandparents? What is your family culture? We're mainly talking about the family you live with, but it can extend to other generations and aunts and uncles and people living separate. Okay? So religion is one of the 6 that you can choose. You're choosing 6 of these 9. Language. If all you do is you all speak English and you're just like everybody else, don't tell me about that. You won't have enough to talk about. All you say is, we speak English, and move on. No, you don't get a good grade for that. We've got to get into detail. How else do you communicate? Do you do it in your sign language? Do you have specific slang or sayings that just your family uses? A lot of people are playing the game Among Us now. Anybody here a fan? And so a lot of people are saying sus now. Now that's not a normal word you use, but if you're playing that game, so maybe your family has slang. Maybe you all call each other boo or something. I don't do that with my family. But what kind of slang do you have? More than just English. Or maybe you speak other languages, which would be awesome. Okay, traditions. This could include holidays that aren't celebrated religiously. A lot of people celebrate Halloween. That's not a religious holiday unless you worship devils and things like that, which most people don't, and that's not religious in nature for you. This would include other celebrations. This would include family heirlooms that are passed down from generation. This includes yearly traditions. All your uncles get together and play golf together once a year. This includes how do you celebrate birthdays as a family? Are there traditions that you have? And again, this can just be the family you live with, but it could also include uncles, aunts, grandparents. Jobs, including chores. What are some things that you do? Once you reach 11, everybody in your family mows. Or once you take turns doing dishes, what are some of the culture of your family? Jobs, maybe your My family has a lot of educators in it. So I'm a teacher. I have 3 brothers that are teachers. My mom's a teacher. My aunt's a teacher. That's one of our family culture things. Not everybody's a teacher, but we have a lot of teachers in it. Do you have a lot of people in your family that are plumbers, or this or that, okay? And sports and hobbies, including how much does your family value different sports? Are you a golf family? Are you a family that does this or that? Do you play disc golf? Do you get out and do a lot of walks? Do you go to Mound State Park, and do you go to a bunch of parks as a family? Do you go to national parks? What are some hobbies that you have? Doesn't have to just be sports. It can be, do you play cards together? Do you play a lot of euchre as a family? What do you do? All right, education. How is it valued in your family? How high of schooling do people do? What kind of specific training? Are you a military family where you have a lot of people that are veterans? Do you plan to do that kind of thing? Do you plan to go to college? Do you have a lot of doctors in your family? Do you have a lot of people in your family that didn't graduate high school? What is your family culture? And again, don't think you're better than anyone else. Don't be ashamed. If no one in your family has ever gone to college, that's kind of part of your family culture. And you can break out of that culture. You can be the first person. But how much is education valued in your family? Do your parents really care about your grades? Are grades really important? Or are your parents like, do your best and it'll be okay? How often do your parents check Power School? How much is that part of your culture? That kind of thing, okay? Do a lot of people in your family go to IU? Or a lot of Purdue? Or a lot of Notre Dame? Or a lot of Ivy Tech? Or are you a Ball State? That kind of thing. Food. This will be, most people will choose this one. What are some of the meals that you and your family have that are kind of unique? We do Friday night, movie night, pizza night, where we eat pizza pretty much every Friday night. We'll do that tonight. We'll order out. How you gather for meals. Do you always try to eat dinner together as a family? You don't have to every time, but is that important to your family? Do you always eat breakfast together? I have some friends that they do a big family breakfast, and then they don't do dinner. They get up at 6 for breakfast. What do you do with food? Okay, most of you will choose this next one, pop culture. This includes the clothes, the music, the movies, for your family more specifically. For you, but then also to your family. Are you a family that wears a lot of, I don't know, are you a hoodie family? I'm a hoodie family. We all wear hoodies. I like hoodies. Okay, this is pop culture stands for popular culture. And it doesn't have to be in fashion. Are you a family that's always like going to boutiques and doing that? Or do you buy all your clothes at Walmart because it's cheaper, or at JCPenney's? Music, what kind of music does your family listen to? Are you into country? And are you a Hank Williams family? Or does your family like to go to the movies? Do you go out to the movies before COVID? Do you watch movies together? Do you have a specific genre of movies? Are you a Hallmark family and watch a bunch of Hallmark movies? Or do you like to watch the sport movies and remember the Titans? Or are you a Lord of the Rings family or a Star Wars family? There are a lot of people, families really geek out on Star Wars, which is awesome. Okay. Or are you into the Princess Disney movies? That would go along with pop culture, popular culture. Family values. What does your family value, including manners? At the table, do you have to wait until your mother sits down before you eat? Which definitely, I think, is an important thing. Respect your mom. Do you all stand up by the table until your mom sits down and then you sit down? I like that family tradition. We don't do that, but I like some families that do that. What do you value as a family? That's not just like the rest of our culture. Is honesty super important to your family? Is punctuality? Are you the family that's always 10 minutes early to everything? Or not? What are some of your family values? Including manners in that. And then other. If there's another category that's not up here that's part of your family's culture, ask me about it. Like I brought up the military thing. You could include that in education, or that could be a totally separate thing. Something that's part of that doesn't really fit into these other categories. Okay? So you're going to be doing some research, figuring out the 6 main categories that you're going to talk to the class about. And once that's done, then you gotta figure out how you're gonna present this information. You can do a video presentation using iMovie or clips. You could interview people in your family for this, or you could just have you with a bunch of pictures on there, you know, make an iMovie, make a clip, something about that. You could do a slideshow presentation, which could be Google Slides, or it could be Keynote or PowerPoint or any of those, with at least a slide for each of your 6, probably an introduction and a conclusion. We do so many slideshows though, I hope not everybody chooses that one. You could make a poster board, that'd be cool, with pictures, and all you'd need to do is a poster board with like 6 things on it, and then you could like explain each one and some of your family stuff. Maybe you have notes, maybe not. Okay, so that's the project. Questions? Justin?
What if you have divorced parents? Does it have to be the people you live with?
Oh, that's a great question. I would probably just choose one or the other, whoever you spend most of your time with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or if you want to go through in a little bit of both for each, you could. That's a really good question. Yeah.
When is this due? Like on Monday?
Next Thursday or Friday. Yeah, we'll have several days to work on this. Yeah.
Kind of like you said with the divorced parents. So you said just mainly do the people that are like in your house.
Yeah, but some things will extend beyond that. Like for Thanksgiving, we always go to my grandma's, and we all actually my mom's called her grandma. That's what I call her for the kids. So yeah, this is mainly your nuclear family or the family you're living with, but you can definitely extend it out beyond that. Okay? And different categories could be different things. Pop culture is probably more just who you're living with. But family traditions and some of these family values might go beyond that.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, other questions about that? Okay, so if we look at, and this is in this week's module, but it's also in the chapter 4 module, the exact same sheet is there. Chapter 4, that's what I just showed you. You can see the rubric for this. This says exactly the same thing, I just copied and pasted it. But your rubric looks like this. You'll get 5 points for each trait that you share. How much in detail? Okay, so maybe trait wasn't the right word, category, for each category that you share. So if you do a category on sports and hobbies, and you talk about a lot of the sports and hobbies, and you really explain it, you could get 5 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. If you say a category is language, and you just say we speak English, and move on to the next one, how many do you think you'll get out of 5?
1.
Probably 1. 0 would be you just don't do it. But you just get a 1 out of 5, which is a 20% F. So don't do that. Get into detail. If you say we all like to play Among Us, and we all say sus, then maybe you just got up to a 2. You know? So really do more. All right. Any other questions? All right. You can stop the video.